I think what I was thinking is this woman has, there's just no way. It was like, we're done. I'm so angry. I can't live like this. I can't be betrayed like this and be okay with it. I can't have as I'm supposed to be the head of the family, and I've been undermined completely here. It's just, you're in a tough spot and you're questioning yourself. Do I put more effort into it?
Hello. Guys, it's Selena. Welcome to TLC Flix. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Janelle undercutted Cody Brown, and he was such a bumbling man that he got furious after the argument. Being extremely confident is something that is typically associated with ego in a narcissistic man like Cody. It's all ego, honey. Additionally, Cody seems unconfident with this reveal. He seems to be tripping over his words, searching in vain for solutions, and using a lot of word salad to try and defend his actions. Additionally, he gives off the impression of being extremely unlikable, suspicious, insane, and desperate for pity. I have no idea how any of this will turn out. However, Cody claimed that Janelle undercut him as the head of the family right from the opening of this video. Undermine is defined by the dictionary as to make someone feel less confident, less powerful, or less likely to succeed, or to make something weaker off. Gradually, because Kody didn't want Janelle to be friends with Christine, he was undermined, which is actually abuse. She chose Christine over him. I just wanted to make it clear that when a man claiming to be your spouse is in charge of your relationships, he is deciding who you can and cannot talk to. That's not even being a husband, that's not being a patriarch, it's abusive. So let's dive into the topic. This was their major argument about what to do for Christmas, which happened just before the holidays. What was going on with the males arguing about her chatting to Christine for the millionth time? This was the battle in which he threatened to reveal the entire world how badly I treat you. And he's essentially stating that he had value even though Janelle didn't to him in this remark. For Christine, she was valuable. Honestly, it's simply another opportunity for him to insert himself, sort of like, into the scenario with Christine. But can you really blame Janelle for wanting to spend time with Christine, someone who has taken care of her kids, raised them like a mother, listened to her without passing judgment, and was always willing to lend a sympathetic ear? Christine is seen by Cody as the one who destroyed his family. However, in reality, Christine gave the other three originals the confidence to walk away, and whether she spoke it out loud or subtly, we are unaware of any conversations she had with Mary. I doubt she even had a conversation with Mary. However, Mary felt she could escape because she's seen what Christine did, and sometimes in a system like this, all it takes is for one individual to have the courage to leave. However, she had a great concern for her buddy Janelle with Christine. She also witnessed her friend's mistreatment. She observed that the children were being abused and neglected. And while Christine was being a friend, Cody saw it as a betrayal as it attacked his authority, his finances, and himself. His hierarchy was challenged. He only desired for women to do as he pleases as they sit there. And for 13 years he has been a pimp on reality TV. He was upset because his pimp hood and pimp card were exposed. Naturally though, since Janelle was done with her marriage as well, she would support Christine. There's just so much ego involved. Although I have very little hope, I hope that Suki genuinely pushes back. Cody entered the battle with gusto. He showed disdain right from the moment he entered the house. That doesn't sit well with me. As if Janelle had done something wrong, Suki is bringing up the fact that Janelle had cursed at him. Janelle was responding to Cody's abuse, manipulation, and gaslighting. It was pushing Janelle to her breaking point. With a child enrolled in high school, Janelle felt isolated in a small apartment. When she gave her money to Cody and Robin for her house, she was robbed of it. In reality, her kids weren't doing anything illegal, but she had been fighting for them to have a voice and a choice. Nothing Janelle was doing was improper. The only thing Janelle did incorrectly was tell Cody that she didn't feel the same way she did and expressed her own opinions. However, she didn't stay sweet. Thus, Cody was duped, as you may recall, during Christine and Janelle's interview. Are you aware of that? Cody allegedly doesn't pay Christina and Janelle's rent. Janelle and Christine were residing in houses he desired to own, but he wasn't making any improvements to them or paying their rent. Robin's was the only house he was making improvements on. He wasn't helping them with their expenses or paying their mortgages. He wasn't making any payments for groceries. And he wants to be in charge even when he isn't providing any assistance. He doesn't even provide for the cooperation that he claims to want. And in this culture, his role as the spouse is to supply. However, the women are not supporting themselves through him. He therefore anticipates that they will only serve as his tools, and obedient. It sounds a lot like every other polygamous fiction I've ever read, one in which the husband abandons his women. Every one of them is poor. Here, however, things are different in that after their show, they treat them like trash. Robin then instructs him to go resolve the issue. You're accurate. even if she claimed not to mean it, and by now it was too late to fix. She also has 6 children, just like you do. When the 6 children were being neglected and robbing, where was your concern? When you were in a text thread informing the 6 kids that you wanted to be apart from them, that you didn't want to interact with them, and that you didn't want to talk to them, where was your care for the children? Because they disregarded you, and you were angry with them. You expect respect and attention from children, Cody included, who you have also financially mistreated. While Robin is grieving about this, I would like to draw attention to the fact that she is wearing a brand new wedding band on her left hand's ring finger. A large-ass diamond is set on an infinite band. Since that ring represents her and Cody's marriage, I don't want to hear about her crying. And that's it. They are a couple in union. At this point, she has no reason to be upset at all. She has made up her mind. That diamond was what she wanted. Robin is acting like she's upset that Janelle left the family, but the truth is that she wasn't even friends with Janelle and didn't really have a relationship with her. Robin also despises Janelle's children and has insisted that Janelle make her kids apologize and follow her orders. She is complaining and moaning. She does, however, have a $40,500 gold ring from David Yurman on one hand. Conversely, a large wedding ring featuring an infinite band. She says that Cody needs to resolve the issue. However, she is amply demonstrating that she wears a large-ass wedding band on one hand and a matching ring with Cody on the other. She is only crying because they can't get the show money anymore. And money is important to Janelle. That's what I think. I'm not positive. She's crying because of this. However, this woman received all of the family's resources. For example, have you seen her home? It's enormous. Have you looked at all the junk in her home? The amethyst on the floor, have you noticed it? Have you noticed the paintings on the wall or the cars they drive? The watches that they have, the jewelry she wears? See how they're wasting all of the family's money and they're not even paying for Janelle and Christine's rent? In addition to spending money on useless luxury purchases, they're also failing to provide the other wives, who Cody is said to be fighting for, with the necessities. Where is Robin in her battle for fairness in the allocation of wealth? While Robin is fighting for an equal distribution of assets between Cody and these spouses, Robin is not arguing for the notion that any of the other wives have any legal claim to any property. While Robin was battling for it, he was undoubtedly not paying child support. Her actions do not align with her words. She isn't demonstrating her reliability. Christine laughed at Robin's outward displays of emotion over the breakdown of these marriages since, as Christine has stated, Robin has done nothing to demonstrate her concern for these ladies. In my opinion, Robin doesn't give a damn about their well-being, the well-being of the kids, or the fact that she and Cody have stolen all of their money. If she did, she would have insisted that Cody appear in court. Child support was paid by Cody. Cody, be sure to allocate the resources fairly for Mary, the rest of the group, and Janelle. Where was Robin to stand up for Mary and demand equality? Bland. She did not fight to get that. Robin doesn't give a damn, thus she never fights for that. Robin desires every perk, and all she wants is the wife's money to support herself. Cody is in the same boat. According to Cody, Janelle treated him like a piece of meat. In fact, I would want to say anything in this regard. Cody was seen by Janelle as a burden that would damage her emotionally and physically, as well as a burden that would hinder her happiness, freedom, and independence. He was also seen as a burden for her health and the health of her children. He was an inconvenience. He mistreated people. These women may not even have had a chance to process the abuse they endured, regardless of whether they want to acknowledge it or not, whether they talk about it on the show or both. Janelle is still of the opinion that several marriages are the best option. Perhaps space, time, and treatment will allow them to see that this wasn't a decision they made. In reality, they were being forced to labor and work as slaves on national television. For a man they weren't even married to, and they were responsible for all of the expenses. While all of this was going on, they were not benefiting financially or emotionally, to be sure. And Cody and Robin were laughing all the way to the bank and enjoying every moment of it. She was free of the burden of never being able to let go of her abuser and never being able to get a divorce. Not me. I'm not sure what action I will take. I have no idea how to get out. Although Rob, Cody, and Janelle were arguing long before Christine and Cody, Christina and Cody did not have blog arguments, contrary to Cody's claim that Janelle was pushed by Christine. If you go back and watch the seasons, you will see this. Cody and Christina didn't quarrel a lot. Christine was requesting more affection and support from him all the time, and they were actually growing farther apart. That was similar to her and Cody's problems. Janelle Cody also battled for years at a time. To be honest, I assumed she would depart sooner. Christine. I so frequently question how Cody is able to break the law for 13 years on television in order to deceive viewers and women. Mistreated them financially, stole their money, neglected them, verbally abused them, probably committed tax fraud and evasion, and probably harmed the kids physically, if not the women. Since they've never said it, I know. However, Cody's behavior actually reminds me of every male I've ever known who has ever hit his wife. And that's just my opinion based only on my intuition. I'm not sure if that is accurate or not. But Kody appears to be a domestic abuser in every way. He was also a burden. Kody said that she treated him like a piece of meat, a resource. No, Kody just saw her as a warm body to squirt some water on his pencil. He might easily bully, chastise, and abuse her while taking her money and providing her with enough sex to make her remain. And she was not going to take any action. Additionally, he prevented her from having her own assets, bank accounts, or 401k, and instead allowed him to move them around a lot, keeping them in a state of financial instability. He also broke the law by selling guns, which further contributed to her dependence on him. She should be relieved since really he is a terrible man and she wasn't being treated like a piece of meat. Not even a husband did he have. He was not an associate. That's why these women are what I mean when I refer to them as concubines. Their doctrine and covenants do not treat them as wives, and they are not wives. Concubines are what they are known as, and they are not treated with the same respect or privileges as wives. And polygamy is prohibited because of what occurs in it. Janelle is declaring that her load has been removed, while Kody and Robin are crying and attempting to change the course of events. If you are looking for more sister wives gossip, come back to TLC Flix for all your updates.